there everyone, it's Misty. Welcome. So today I have a bit of a life update video for you guys. I know that my last couple of updates have been more life updates than weight loss updates, but it's just where life has been. So before I get started, I can't promise that I'm not gonna cry in this video, and I can't promise that a cuss word won't slip. So if that makes you clutch your pearls, then this is probably not the video for you. I've always been very raw and unedited and vulnerable in these videos, and the last couple especially, and I don't think this one's gonna be any different, unfortunately. So for those of you who are new, I hate that this is your first introduction to me, but again, I document real life, and it's not always, you know, unicorns and Skittles or whatever. So I started keto on March 6, 2017 at 425 pounds. And my lowest weight, God, I don't even remember when that was 359. And I'm weighing in today at 369. So it's a 10-pound gain overall from my lowest, but since the 1st of April, I think, I have been going up and down the same 10 pounds. So I'm not happy that I gained weight at all, but I'm also not surprised. So the last 2 years of my life have been the most challenging. I thought working full-time and going to school full-time for 9 years was challenging. That has absolutely nothing on the last 2 years. A skin cancer scare, a thyroid cancer scare. I developed this myasthenia gravis. I was in the hospital in April. I developed vertigo. Rob had a colonoscopy and they found polyps, and we're waiting to hear if he has colon cancer. I'm gonna have to have an operation on my thumb. Like, every time I turn around, it's been something, and there hasn't been a break. Like, there hasn't been a break, and I feel like I'm broken. So I've had depression, or I've been diagnosed with depression since 2015. And this is my third episode where the depression has been so bad. And I think I remember telling you guys that my doctor's gonna do a hormone panel, and I was hoping beyond hope that either the increase in my Wellbutrin or the hormone panel would show that it's hormonal and I would be able to be fixed, and that's not what happened. And I just feel so broken. My body is already broken. And now I feel like my brain is broken. Like, I feel like I have zero control over my thoughts and my emotions. You know, there are so many things that I want to do, but I have zero motivation to do them. One of those being sticking to weight loss, you know, sticking to keto and everything. And it's just been hard. In my last therapy session, I talked to my doctor about it. I was like, I just feel like I'm broken. Like, I just feel broken. My body is broken. My brain is broken. I just feel broken. And he was like, you're not broken, you're just bent. And he went on to say, you know, how he admired me and how tenacious I was and how I kept, you know, keep meeting everything head on. And he also mentioned that nothing has stopped. Like, it's a continuous pattern of bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. Whether with my health, now Rob's health, you know, it's just been bullshit. And my brain can't handle anymore. Like, I wish I had a switch that I could just flip off and my brain would stop thinking, worrying, whatever. And it's just not something that can happen. He even suggested that Rob and I go away for the weekend, which we're not financially in a spot to do that. Even if we stayed in a hotel locally, we couldn't do that right now. But I also don't think it would help. You know, I don't know how it would help. So unfortunately, I just feel lost. Like I said, I feel lost, I feel broken. And it took me a good while to finally realize like what was the trigger. Sorry, this is like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. I'm getting a new selfie stick, a new tripod, so hopefully that will help. What was I saying? I don't remember. Oh, I finally figured out what I think triggered this episode. Number one, turning 40. And I know numbers are just numbers, but I never thought in my life that I would be disabled at 40. I worked, like I said, I went to school 9 years, worked 50, 60 hours a week, took anywhere between 14 and 16 hours of coursework. Even when I was getting my graduate degree, I was a first-year teacher and taking 9 hours a semester. I've always worked really, really hard to get where I wanted to be. I wanted to be educated. I wanted to have a really good job. I wanted to have a husband and a house and a life. And I got there, and then all of a sudden, some of it had been taken away. And so I think on top of being in the hospital, turning 40 and having vertigo, that kind of was like the spark. But my subconscious dealing with June, July, and August of last year, June where I got the initial diagnosis, July where I got the diagnosis, August where I had to leave my job, or I left my job, and then this year I got my permanent handicap plates for the car, license plates for the car. And just something about seeing that license plate with that wheelchair on it it just feels like it's permanent. And I know it's not something I'm ever gonna get better. It's not something that's ever gonna go away. And luckily, you know, I can help control my symptoms, and I'm doing this immune suppression therapy, which has almost been a year now, which is crazy. It's been crazy. It's crazy that I left my job a year ago. Like, it's been the year from hell. And there's just no end in sight. Like, not like end of the year, but like end of crap happening. And my brain needs a break. That's what I told my therapist in my last session. The last time I felt like this, for those of you who've been with me for a while, you may remember, 2015 is the last time I felt like this. And I felt like I was gonna have a mental breakdown. And my body said, okay, we're gonna take care of this. And I ended up in the hospital for a week with a staph infection. And this isn't something I don't want to go and stay in the hospital for a week for my brain to shut down. You know, and I don't even, like, the thought crossed my mind about being, you know, an inpatient or something like that. And even that, I don't think will help. So I don't know. I'm tired of my brain. I don't want to lose my brain. You know, I don't want anything to happen. It's not like I'm wanting ill will or trying to borrow trouble, but I need Misty back. I need me back. And I don't know what to do to get there. I don't know. I want it to be $2.99 by the end of the year. It's not gonna happen. I wanted to stay off insulin. I don't think it's gonna happen. I go see my endocrinologist in October. And even when I'm being strict keto, my blood sugar has been running high. And I know that has everything to do with the immune suppression therapies. So I may just have to realize that as long as my immune system is bullshit, that my blood sugar is going to be high and I'm going to need medication to control it because diet isn't working. So yeah, so I'm not okay. I'm not okay, and I don't know when I will be. I have been posting videos on my Jolly Fat Elf channel, and that's helped. I felt really creative, and I made some really great cards, but I was hoping that it would make me feel better, and it just hasn't. Like I said, I don't know what to do. I see my therapist again on Monday. At this point, it's like I don't even know what to do. And I don't know that I want to switch antidepressants, but I don't know. You know, I don't know. I want to I want to be able to function as an adult with a working brain. Ugh. So yeah, that's where I've been. I am wearing a shirt that I haven't worn in probably 5 or 6 years, maybe not quite that long. And it fits. So even though the scale has been stagnant, I have been losing inches. That's, you know. And I know I need to be measuring, but I can never remember. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Like, I really want to get back to keto. I watched, you know, some really good videos from Keto Connect yesterday, and seeing Tammy's 180-pound loss video was just like, oh my gosh, why can't my body just chillax and let me do that? So yeah, so that's really it. I'm really, really hoping that this next week, that even if I don't feel like it, I can at least force myself to go through the motions. I want to, even if, you know, even if I feel like I want to eat every carb on the planet, my goal is not a numbers goal. My goal is to make sure that I'm sticking to plan. And I want to care enough to do that. I want to care enough to do that. I do. My emotions have been all over the place. Luckily, I haven't had any more like feelings of rage, but the sadness hasn't gone away, clearly. I don't know. It's just, like I said, I just feel so fucking broken, and I'm over it. I'm over it. I want to feel like me. I want to care about things, and I want to do things. I mean, I barely leave my house, which isn't me. I've completely become antisocial, which isn't me. You know, I just, it's not me, and I don't like it. It's so whiny in this video. So I don't have a numbers goal for going forward. I mean, we're in the middle of August. We have 3.5 months till the end of the year, and I know 70-pound loss is not probably in the cards. So it's not something that I'm going to necessarily worry about. I'm going to stick with my goal of sticking to plan, and that's all I can do right now, is just take it one day at a time, and then 1 week at a time, and just go from there. So I am hoping to get back to vlogging, maybe next week. I think maybe that will help me keep on track. I know it will help me keep on track. But other than that, you know, I'm really sorry that I don't have anything other than to celebrate. Like, I'm sorry that this is such a downer video, but like I said, you know, if nothing else, I've been probably way too honest with you guys. I share way too much, but I know that there's somebody else out there who's watching this video who feels the exact same way. And you know, you feel like you're alone. You feel like you're in this hole and you can't dig yourself out of. And it's so hard. It's so hard. And I feel for you, and I'm sending you all my, you know, well wishes and thoughts and whatever, because it's just not easy. It's never going to be easy. So the only thing I can hope for going forward is that I get back to me and my brain, whatever is going on with my subconscious or whatever, just kind of gets over it, and we move right along. I mean, we're getting into the time of year that I absolutely love. Christmas is my most absolute favorite time of the year. I love decorating. We weren't able to do as much last year, but I still enjoy it, even if we didn't get to, you know, have any presents under the tree or anything like that. It's still something that I get enjoyment from. So I'm hoping as we get into cooler weather, you know, we get closer to fall, etc., that hopefully things will, you know, start to get better and not worse. So like I said, I'm sorry that I'm such a downer. I really am. I don't want to be like this. I don't want to feel so emotional. I don't want to feel like I am having an out-of-body experience where this is not me. I'm really sorry. I really am. But this is just everything that's going on right now. And this is exactly why I haven't been on this channel very much, is because, I mean, I know that I don't want to watch somebody who is perpetually just, you know, unhappy or having a hard time or something like that. So like I said in the last video, or the last time I talked about this, I tend to kind of dig a hole and just kind of separate myself from everybody and everything. So it's something hopefully one of these days I'll get over and work on, but until I do, it is what it is at this point. So like I said, my goal for next week is just to stay on plan. Just to stay on plan. That's my goal. I did change up my macros. If you follow me on MyFitnessPal, which is linked down below, I track and then I don't track. But I plugged in a day on Monday just to kind of see what it would look like. I'm changing my macros. Speaking of Tammy, she was in that, what was it, Ketogenic Dieters Facebook group, and I'm gonna follow their macros for a little bit and see if there's any difference or any change. And if not, then I may just go back to carnivore. I don't know. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I don't want to make any plans because at this point, I don't know. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. If you've watched 20 minutes of me bawling and cussing and all the other things, I really do appreciate every single one of you. You know, those of you who take time out to watch and keep up with me and reach out and message me and, you know, post on Instagram and Facebook. I really do appreciate it. I will never not be grateful for those of you who show some fat stranger on the internet so much kindness and compassion and love, and I appreciate every single one of you. So I hope when I see you next week that I'm feeling better. I hope that I am more, you know, on top of things and just raring to go. So hope you guys have a fantastic week. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.